thinking about just distribution, those who came from the rich places. So, obviously, it's all false. What just distribution they're talking about? Some of those people themselves are those you need to take from if you were to distribute things equally. So it's all lies. They really want other things, and they're using this. So they're using the miserable, poor people in order to fulfill their interests. And they themselves were bribed to do it. But it doesn't matter. Things change, and now their bosses will suffer their own blows. Anyhow, no one will listen. You want to continue? Go.
So I'm asking, what's the solution? I have thousands of people in front of me. Everyone has a solution. Does nature want humanity to have a freedom of choice, and it will choose the right solution somewhere?
No, we have to keep going. We have to continue. We have to keep doing this. We have to explain to everyone what the solution is, and they'll suffer a bit more blows, but they will listen. They'll have no choice. For now, they can still hide behind whether it's the Trachtenberg Committee here in Israel or anything else in other countries. But when the riots will prevail, the crisis will escalate, factories will be shut down, banks will empty, and so on and so forth, and the people will nevertheless rise up and cry out, because they'll cry it towards the government, they'll yell at the government, they don't care what they can or can't do. The government can say, but we don't have any money. It doesn't matter, you're the government. I'm demanding this from you. So then it turns out that in these moments, or even in the midst of it, it depends on our dissemination beforehand, but they will begin to hear. The common people, as well as, or especially, the leaders and the governments. The tycoons themselves will want to build this system in order to calm the people down and to have them at least above the poverty line, so they won't be stripped of everything they have. If you look at the French Revolution or what happened in Russia and so on, people were robbed and killed. So that kind of fear will make them want to do good, meaning to build those educational systems that will bring people towards mutual connection, towards a global integral system which is demanded by nature. And it isn't someone's goodwill. This is something we see as a necessity by nature. You can't escape it. And the more we go towards it, the less problems and troubles we'll have. And we're not talking about equal distribution right away. We're talking about complementing that amount that people need in order to stand on their feet. And this also has to do with how much we demand them to make an effort in becoming educated and educating others, and that will be the job for each and every one. Either way, soon maybe half of the populations in all the countries will be unemployed, and I'm talking about those who are already working. Now, take into account the children until 20 who don't work, those after, 80 who don't work, and so say from 20 to 60, those 40 years where a person is working. And, in part of this time he's not working anyway, whether he's studying at college or university or serving in the army and so on. So from that amount of people, 50% will be unemployed. You'll have many idle people. You'll have to educate them. So you'll have to bring together all the audience. You'll have to give them maybe half a day of work or 3/4 of the day, and the rest of the time they'll have to sit and study. It's a must. It is the Creator's work. It's not a factory work, but it's the work for the Creator. It doesn't matter how you call it. It is man's work on himself. Just like when you want to grow bread from the soil, you have to evoke that force of growth. Otherwise, it won't grow. Towards perhaps the end of this year, even, we'll see that it's not so easy, it's not so simple to grow, to get bread anymore. Troubles will escalate, and you'll see things won't be the way they were. So it takes work. This is what I'm trying to say, that education and the effort of building the environment and the influence of that environment over each and every person is the part of the work that we need to do in this world in order to bring about the abundance, or not even abundance, but the sustenance required for our necessities. So the people who will study half of their day, that will be their job. This is called one's study is one's craftsmanship, where he study in order to bestow to others and to